Today in Roblox Piggy, we discuss the ending of Chapter 12, which might bring back a few important characters, including Bunny, as well as Mrs. P. Now, you're gonna wanna watch until the very end of today's video because we have some pretty crazy ideas on what I think is gonna be happening inside of Chapter 12, but don't forget to join the Mikey Mob down below, as well as use code Mikey whenever you're purchasing Robux, as well as Roblox Premium. But with that being said, guys, let's jump straight into Piggy predictions. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy MIKEYDOOD. Welcome back to another Roblox Piggy predictions video, where we're going to be talking about the ending of Roblox Piggy Chapter 12, as well as a few characters we might actually run into. Now, in my last Piggy predictions video, I talked about how I think Bunny is still alive in the storyline and how she's going to be returning inside of Chapter 12, and you guys showed it a ton of love, guys. There's over 600 likes, but I have a little bit of a challenge for you guys. If this video can get 1,000 likes, I will be adding 10 friends inside of this video, so make sure to spot the secret hashtag and leave your Roblox IGN, and don't forget to subscribe to the Mikey Mob. But inside of this video, guys, we have over 600 comments, and the secret Easter egg was hashtag Bunny is alive. Now, I am going to be heading on over to the YouTube random comment picker, and if we actually load in all of the comments and choose our winner, this person is going to be added inside today's video, and we have the one and only Brandon Fortune. Hashtag Bunny is alive, and his IGN is Ghosty Extreme. Let's see if he has a friend request, and there we go, guys. Crossing my fingers, and oh, he's offline. He's a bacon man, but he is also added here on Roblox. Once again, there is going to be a secret Easter egg hidden in this video where we talk about the ending of Chapter 12, so make sure to be on the lookout for that. But with that being said, let's head back on over to Roblox Piggy. Now, before we actually jump into the game, there is one more clue on MiniToon's Twitter that he revealed about Chapter 12. Now, if we scroll down around an hour ago, he says, "Piggy, but it's 100 players has finally updated. Sorry for the wait, just sorting things out in my life as of right now. Chapter 12 is expected to release this weekend on Saturday, but no guarantees. I will post a link tomorrow for you all, but here is another hint he has left for us. A dynamite as well as some sort of lightning bolt." Now, this still fuels the idea of Mr. P's laboratory or factory, where he has created the 7 potions that, yeah, guys, it infected a ton of people. So let's actually head back on over inside of Roblox Piggy to discuss what we talked about in our last Piggy predictions video. Now, if you guys haven't already, make sure to go watch my last Piggy predictions video, where we basically explained that Bunny is still alive and will be making a return inside of Chapter 12, as well as the interview that MiniToon did with another YouTuber, focusing on 3 words: stay, illusions, as well as choose. Now, I kind of have an idea of how Chapter 12 is gonna go down. I wanted to give a quick shout out to my boy KreekCraft, because this man is literally a grinder. He's been posting a ton of Piggy predictions videos, so make sure to check out his channel. He will be linked down in the description as well. But the first thing we basically have to talk about is the ending to the Chapter 12 storyline. Now, as you guys know, we left off Chapter 11 Outpost with you and George Pig chasing down Mr. P inside of what seemed to be like some sort of corridor. Now, in that little interaction, Mr. P was half robot as well as half potato. Now, one of the biggest things we don't know about Mr. P just yet is who Mrs. P actually is. Now, as you guys know, MiniToon has already confirmed the Roblox bully skin inside of Chapter 12, and he's holding some sort of jackhammer. So that led me to the idea that Chapter 12 is gonna have a little bit of a rundown area that needs, obviously, someone in a construction hat to fix up the area. Now, the other thing I did want to focus on was the character Mrs. P. Now, we don't know who Mrs. P actually is yet, whether or not it's Mr. P's husband, wife, or daughter, but we do know that she is sick somehow, and that's why Mr. P wanted to create the 7 potions. Now, from the ending of the Chapter 11 cutscene, you guys know that Mr. P, who is now half robot, half potato, is really upset that the potions did not work, and somehow they've created the infected army, which obviously is the main villain inside of the entire Piggy storyline. Now, in Chapter 11 Outpost, there are a ton of random secret Easter eggs that basically point to what's going to be happening inside of Chapter 12. Now, the very first one I did want to talk about was George Pig, because as you guys know, as soon as you make it through this little corridor right here, you and George Pig face off against Mr. P, who has obviously gone crazy. He talks about TSP, which are the 7 potions he has created to actually put a stop and hopefully cure Mrs. P, but obviously that did not work out. It turned out to be some sort of infecting material, and the one person that hasn't been infected by this potion is Bunny, who we met in the metro. Now, Bunny was the only person who didn't have any side effects of being infected as soon as she took the potion, but she did feel a little bit weird, which is why we left her behind. Now, a ton of Piggy predictions video basically say that Bunny is still alive, because if we actually head on over here, we can see the Bunny figurine in the top tower basically watching over us. Now, my prediction for the beginning of the chapter 12 cutscene, it's basically going to start off where chapter 11 ended, inside of this little corridor. We are going to be following Mr. P to some sort of factory or laboratory where he made the original 7 potions, and once we make it inside of that laboratory slash factory where he created the potions, we are going to watch him go absolutely insane, since he knows the 7 potions didn't work. Now, while we actually enter the factory, another idea that I do have is we're going to get a first look at Mrs. P, who has been sick since the beginning of chapter 1. Now, whether or not Mrs. P dies, I don't know yet 100%, because I have an idea that there is going to be a boss battle between you and George Pig versus Mr. P, because obviously, guys, this man has a robot arm and he's super mad. Now, Mr. P is going to be going absolutely crazy. He's basically going to fight you and George Pig to the death, and I have an idea that was actually inspired by KreekCraft, where you and George Pig begin to lose the fight to the point of where you're almost defeated by Mr. P, but here is the quick catch. This is when Bunny returns, basically proving to Mr. P that one of the 7 potions did work. Now, we know that in all of the chapters inside of Roblox Piggy, Bunny is never an infected member that is evil, and he or she never actually goes to kill you, but we also do have a confirmation that Bunny did take one of the potions. So as soon as Mr. P figures this out and finds out that one of the potions does work and doesn't turn you infected, he is going to turn to the good side and hopefully recreate that potion to hopefully save Mrs. P. Now, when Mr. P does realize that one of the potion works, he's basically going to become a good guy and try and help you create the new potion, which I think is going to happen at the ending of chapter 12, just because obviously there has to be some sort of ending to this entire Piggy storyline. Now, after you realize Mr. P is a good guy now and basically helping you fight off against some of the infected zombie piggies, there is going to be another crucial moment between 2 other characters, Pony and Zizzy. Now, inside of the interview MiniToon did with the other YouTuber, he did include the word choose to be one of the big Easter eggs inside of chapter 12. Now, everyone's pretty much predicting that choose means you're gonna have to choose between the survival of Zizzy and Pony, where one survives and the other one does not. So let me know down in the comments on who you guys would choose to save, because honestly, guys, a lot of people are gonna choose Zizzy since she does have sisters and she is a little bit more of a fan favorite, but Pony is still a good character, as you could see him literally chasing the piggy, guys. Look at him. This man might have to survive to kill all of the infected Roblox piggies. Now, MiniToon hasn't confirmed whether or not chapter 12 is going to be the last chapter in this entire Piggy storyline. I do believe that there's going to be like a Piggy 2 where the story continues, and a brand new chapter 1 where you are working alongside Mr. P as well as George Pig to put an end to all of these infections. Now, once again, guys, quick disclaimer, these still are all Piggy predictions. We really don't know yet, so make sure to stay tuned. Follow MiniToon on Twitter just so that you guys can get up to date with more Piggy news, because chapter 12 is coming out this upcoming weekend. But once again, guys, don't forget to join the Mikey Mob as well as use code Mikey. We only have 3 minutes left, and oh my goodness, guys, this is the perfect ending to this video. Now, we are going to be watching the chapter 11 cutscene one more time just to get an idea of what is going to be happening inside of chapter 12, wrapping up all of our predictions. But here you go, guys. You can see it says this is where Mr. P is. This is the layer that Mr. P has created, TSP, or the 7 potions. Now, really quickly, guys, let me know all of your opinions down in the comments. I am going to try and read every single one, and make sure to spot the secret Easter egg hidden somewhere inside of today's video, because yes, guys, it was dropped for a chance to be added to my friends list. And don't forget to join the Mikey Mob. But here we go, guys. We have the final scene. You've attracted quite the crowd, which obviously explains that either Zizzy or Pony are going to have to face off against them, while me and George Pig are facing off against the boss, Mr. P. Now, before we end off today's video, do you guys think Bunny is going to be returning inside of chapter 12? And do you guys guys think Mr. P is gonna go evil and then realize that one of the potions did work with Bunny to save Mrs. P. I don't know, guys. Piggy predictions have made me gone insane. I'm really hyped to see the new update this upcoming weekend. And once again, quick shout out to MIKEYDOOD for creating such a great game. But with that being said, we'll see you guys all in the next Roblox video. Don't forget to use code Mikey whenever you're purchasing Robux as well as Roblox Premium. We'll see you guys in the next one. Have a fantastic day. Peace.